Dakle, hello people, zdravo ljudi, dobrodošli u novu epizodu Ribafish jede i pije po kućama, odnosno na engleskom hello and welcome everybody, I'm drinking around, this is second time and we talk with guys from the Garden Brewery, exactly with Tom and Marco Palfi, who is a kind of guest here because we are on Christmas party time. What's the name of it?
The Winter Tail.
Winter Tail, and there will be whole December here with beers and food.
Yes, all up until
The 24th till
yes,
Christmas Eve. So
Christmas Eve.
beers, food, music, every day.
So and if there is enough people who wants more, you will do it till the January.
Nope, no. See, this is the last month that we're open here because we're about to move facilities to a brand new place.
Okay.
So this is the final month to come
Christmas
down.
Eve is our farewell party from this location.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's the reason to come here.
Yeah.
we are on Žitnjak. I don't know what's the address of this.
It's 22F.
Žitnjak 22F.
Yeah.
If you know to count to 22
Yeah.
and still F, that's the great place. Why we are here? 5 or 6 years ago, the Garden Brewery started at this place with few beers. After that, they made about 150 beers, different varieties. And Tom, for how long are you here?
I've been here since the start. So the first week of production, I turned up on holiday to Croatia, and then I got offered a job, so I stayed.
So he's the guy who came from Ireland to Croatia, and all the other Croatians go to Ireland. So okay, that's a sad story, but let's talk about beautiful things here. So now you will say about 12 beers that are
14?
here. 14. Oh my God, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
So 14 beers that they are now in. You can buy it here right now at this moment.
You can buy, most of these beers are available here or on our web shop. Some are sold out already. We released 14 because we were finishing up production on this site and thought, let's make enough beers to get us through Christmas, Black Friday, everything. So we've got a few left of some we have it.
Give me that one.
I
No,
think,
it's for me. No.
Yeah. We might make it to January. We're gonna see. Yeah.
That's great. So if you ever made the decision what beer to drink today, just remember that we are not in 20th century anymore, and there is white and black beer, eventually Weizen, and that we today in Zagreb we have about in Croatia there is about 110 craft breweries, and this number is rising every day, but there are some breweries that are in top 5 in Croatia, and definitely the Garden Brewery is between them. So we will talk about beers until we are drinking them, and Tom will sip us his beers and tell something more about them. So you can start.
Do we start?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with the cold IPA. So this is a new style we've made.
Show it to the camera. Yeah.
Cold IPA, number 1. There we are.
Ta-da!
So this is a brand new style, which in craft brewing, you're always trying to think up new things because we're running out of ideas. So this is our new idea, which is the cold IPA. So it's not our idea personally, but it's one from the kind of wider scene. And what this is an IPA which has been brewed and fermented on lager yeast. So it's kind of like basically that's what it is. It's a lager yeast, but everything else about it is an IPA. So it's been dry hopped like an IPA, the malt base is like an IPA, but it's fermented with lager yeast at lager yeast temperatures.
For those who don't know a lot about beers, there are 2 main types of beers, lager style and ale style. Lager is our beers with yeast that is on the bottom of the tank, and ale is at the top. I learned that because if you say "Ale," you go up. Ale, ale means ale on Croatian, but okay, cut this. Cheers,
guys. Cheers.
So, Palfi,
Cheers.
what do you say with what food would you pair this beer?
For me personally, what strikes me first is it has a smell very similar to a Sauvignon Blanc. If we're talking, let's say if we make some sort of a comparison with wine, I would say Sauvignon Blanc because the smell is very tropical, passion fruit-like, pineapple-like. That's my perspective. So I would say,
So risottos and light foods, or
yeah, but also it's quite nice, bitter and dry. So maybe greasy food as well, some pork, some bunsek, some stuff like that.
bunsek, or it is bansek in English. Nee, it's not
Bansek.
bansek. What are you going to prepare here in Wintertail?
Wintertail, food-wise, we have 3 beautiful huts. So one hut is reserved, obviously, for kobayas or sausages, which is like, let's say, we do some artisan hot dogs. So we have one that's like smoked, filled with Emmentaler cheese in a nice brioche bun. Then another one is wrapped in bacon, filled with cheese, and we do a vegan one as well, which is the plant-based meat. And then we do some sides that go with it. We pickle our own purple cabbage. We do our own sauces. So basically, you can pick and choose which you prefer. Either the fried onions, either the cabbage, either the let's say salads or whatever. So the Kraft hot dogs, and then one hut is reserved just for, let's say, something that we call Advent oblizeki, which is like typical Advent food. So the duck strudel, and also the bunsek burger. Bunsek is obviously smoked ham hock, which is cooked and minced, and then it's minced with fresh ground pork as well. So you get that, you get the duck, which is slow roasted and then wrapped in phyllo pastry with some potatoes, and you get so the idea is always getting let's say an Advent dish, but in a form of street food. And the last oblizek is blood sausage, where basically we were thinking about how to get the typical blood sausage creation dish, where you get the blood sausage, the restani or potatoes with fried onions, and the sauerkraut, which is done with bacon. But basically we did a croquette. We mixed the potatoes with the blood sausage filling, and then we bread it and fry it, and we serve it with sour cabbage. And we have one sweet hut where we do waffles. You have different kinds of waffles, different kinds of fillings, where you can pick and choose whatever you like between, let's say, like blueberries, apples, hazelnuts, etc.
So this is definitely the guy who knows how to cook and how to talk about his food. So I love you. I love you. I had to say this. He's my friend on Facebook, and much more. So this is some kind of gentle everyday beer for me, or how strong it is?
This is coming in at 6.5%. So like it's got, I mean, it doesn't feel like it.
No.
You know, it's got a bit of a beef to it, and but it's super crisp. I think it's showcasing the hops really well as well. It's super tropical. Like this is the first one we've made. We made only a small amount, 1,000 liters of this, but we're going to make it again. It's fantastic.
Wow. So okay, let's try something new.
Okay, should we stay on the hops?
Yes.
Let's stay on the hops. Okay.
So you just make new beer every week, every day, every 2 weeks. You have some kind of session. How does it look like? You know, when I started to follow these homebrewers, I realized that every Friday night is night for brewing, and then they drink, and after a few months they drink that beer. But this is 25 liters.
Yes.
So how does it look like when you have to do it commercial, and when you have to make something new, some new flowers?
Yeah.
What happens?
I mean, generally, we've been going long enough now that we've learned what doesn't work a lot of times. and we've kind of now we know what works. So in terms of like making up the plan, we release around 8 to 10 beers a month, and sometimes there'll be variations on the same style. Like this, for example, is a hazy IPA showcase. So once a month we showcase a hop. This is with HBC 630, which is one of the new hops that hasn't got a name yet. It's so new, and we tend to try and release a beer which showcases a special hop for us.
This is kind of Tinder beer. You
Yeah.
try something you never seen
Exactly.
before.
Yeah, exactly. So we try it, and we think most of the time it works. We've had some misses sometimes, as everyone does when they're trying to do 10 new things every month. But I think we're at a point where we're getting to understand what works. And generally, myself and Pete, our head brewer, will take an away day every 6 weeks, and sometimes just go to a bar, cafe, whatever, and just try and plan out exactly what happens next.
Ah, not easy job.
Yeah.
So, Balfi, for my opinion, this is a perfect match with Bunsak and Zelja. It has...
Wait. Embarrassing moment.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
My phone is ringing.
Okay,
I have
we will
to,
cut this out.
Yeah.
We not. We will
I have
not.
to throw my phone at somebody.
Yeah.
So, what do you say about this?
For me, it's surprising because the first smell I got, again, for me, I don't know how to say rogach in English.
Rogach is carob.
Carob.
Carob,
Yeah,
rogach, yeah.
It's almost
Carob.
like the first smell is almost like rogach with a bit of caramel, something.
Okay,
and
yeah,
then, And then you get the fruitiness when you taste it. But again, nice and dry and very drinkable.
There's something that's almost like dried fruit about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, like
Dried
candied
fruit.
Yeah,
fruit.
it's candy. 'Cause I was saying,
apricots.
when you compare this to the cold IPA beforehand, I say it's a bit sweeter. It's a lot creamier, and mouth feels a lot fuller, and smoother as well.
So I would say this is like proper Christmas beer.
Mhm.
Nice dried fruits.
Yes, Haribo beer.
Haribo.
Can we,
Ricola.
okay, we can say everything. It's my channel. It's my channel. We are apologizing because we are here on some Daske that moves, and if I say something too hard, so this table starts to wave, but it will be okay. It will be okay.
Yeah, it's
So,
almost like a boat.
This is so you made 1,000 liters of this
No,
one.
this
and-
one we made more of. This one is around, we make it, I think 4,000 liters we made of this.
So, and how many is drink here, and how many you sell around the world, and where in the world are you going?
Generally, we're selling around 30% locally. That includes our taproom, it includes everything else. And then 70% goes to export. And this beer in particular has gone to France, Italy, Germany, Sweden, Finland, China. I think maybe Australia is going to Australia. I think, yeah, Mexico, it's going to Mexico. Yeah. So,
No
but
Corona, no.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. The Mexicans' Corona rules means that they shut at 4 a.m. I'm not joking.
Wow.
Nice.
How,
Yeah.
how strong is this one?
This is 6.3
6.3.
on the lighter side. Yeah, but this one is, we like to use all the new hops that kind of come out into the world, and this is from the hop breeding company. So it's it's two big hop companies, they work together on making the new hops. So Citra, Mosaic, Sabro, all these kind of well-known hops, all used to come from this project. So HBC 630 might be the next one that kind of comes big. And it's
Wow.
really loads of red fruit, pretty nice. I really like it. We'll definitely use it again.
Maybe try it with pinza.
With pinza.
Huh?
Yes, dried grapes
You know?
and yes, and
Why not?
it's very dry pinza. All the time I need for sochna fucking pinza, and I never find it. But this will make it
Yeah.
smoother. Yes, very nice. Can we buy this here now, or at the web shop, or what is the price, for
This is
example?
available on our web shop. That would be coming in at. Beep. You put me on the.
Oh, he's just making beers. He doesn't
Just
know
making.
the price,
I
so-
know. 21.99 tuna. 27.
Okay.
Somewhere like that, yeah. We usually run a lot of discounts as well, so you can get a bit cheaper.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
What is the price of beers like this in United Kingdom and
So,
Ireland?
if we were going to sell a 0.5 of that in the United Kingdom, it would cost on the bar about £9 sterling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
No
another one.
problem.
If you're gonna do it in, we did an event recently in Sweden and in Norway, and those prices were coming in at around 14 to 15 euros
For beer.
for a beer. Yeah.
So people just came here. You got 1 month of drinking beers that are, for their quality, most expensive in the world, I think, because I used to be a host for a Belgium embassy, and they called me to talk about how Croatian becomes beer lovers. And the ambassador of Belgium says, so Belgium is the mother of all beers. And I drink few Croatian beers and they were not good. So Belgium has much better beers than Croatia. And I said, sorry sir, but Croatia, maybe we are small country and we started with beers 500 years after you, but we have beautiful beers, and be my guest and I will show you great beers. And I think that there is about 110 breweries and 20 of them can go to the world today and not be ashamed of nothing. So you are one of them definitely, and let's drink another one.
Okay, keep going. So we're gonna try one more hoppy one later, which is the Mascaron one. I'm gonna keep that there, so that's a double IPA, but it's very strong. So let's wait for that one. Let's cleanse our palate with a Imperial Florida Vice,
Oh,
rhubarb, mango, vanilla.
Weiss means this is a beer made with
With wheat.
wheat.
So a Florida Vice is a style from Florida, which is it's a more tropical fruited sour beer, which we use around 30 to 40% wheat notes, and then our base, and then we use tropical fruits only, or kind of a combination of different tropical flavors. This rhubarb, mango, vanilla was us trying to make like a Christmas Florida Vice.
I've never been to Florida in a crazy Christmas time.
I know, exactly, yeah.
you'll take a trip now.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's a beer that you can have anytime, but it'd be like, what can we do with the style of beers that we make, which is always about being tropical, summery? Can we make a beer which can kind of fit the winter vibe and the kind of Christmas vibe, while still kind of retaining the kind of stylistic characteristics of the beers?
We are coming to the place where I started to think, am I good enough to be a beer journalist, beer blogger, and so, because I still don't understand these kiselice, what we say. There are sour beers and there are other beers. So there is a guy who tried to make me a man, tried to make me a guy who likes these sour beers, and still in Croatia there is 2,000 people that would kill for good sour, and 4 millions who says this is not a beer.
Yeah.
Sorry. So what can you say? What can you say? How people in Croatia just see today's sours, and do you have problems with them? And how many sours you can sell right now here in Croatia?
I mean, 5 years ago when we started making sours, everyone just said that you're crazy, it's never going to happen, doesn't work. Our argument was, well, Croatians drink lots of wine.
Yeah.
Croatians like minerality. Croatians like that. It's the word kiselo, which puts people off.
Like this.
Yeah. But the idea, like all the flavor combinations of what we make here are in traditional and cultural Croatian cuisine, or drink. And so now you'll see, if you spend a day in the bar, you'll see people walking in, going to the fridges, grabbing, 10, 12, 24 beers, and they're all sour beers. And then they walk off. So we've almost created a market for ourselves. We sell sour beers now in Cons and Radnica. We've sold sour beers to Lidl in Croatia. We've managed to kind of get that. We're trying to push it into what can be mainstream drinking, because they're fantastic beers, and they can do whatever you want. And this one, I think, showcases
Thanks for
everything.
evangelizing Croatian people with new style. And
No, but again, when you think about it, when you taste this beer, like the minerality, the same thing you have with wine, this beer is acidic, but it's also a bit salty. You know, you can, it's very creamy, acidic, but then again a bit salty, like very mineral wines.
Riesling.
I wouldn't say Riesling, you know. Riesling usually has like crisp acidiness, like apple, the young Rieslings. The old Rieslings have something different, but I would say, you know, like maybe Poship or some Dalmatian wines that have a lot of minerality close to the seaside, and then you have that acidic plus a bit of the saltiness. So I see this with like a nice tuna tartare, you know, because again, in the mouth it's quite creamy, so something that's also, you know, like nice buttery but very, very fresh.
Marco, we have to talk. This is something that kill every grease, and I think this could go with very fat and greasy food. Because
I mean,
it's acidity, and Poship is from my island, so don't. Poship is from island Korčula, where my mother is from, and this is very touchy. So.
Touch and go, touch and go.
Thanks a lot. This is every time I drink your sours, it's more interesting and interesting. Still, if somebody calls me for a beer and order me sour, I will kick him, because it's, for me, it's some kind of beer. But if I want a beer, I want this normal tastes that I learned when I was there. So, and this is something great. Can you tell, please, in few sentences, what is sour beer?
I mean, so it's the process is we treat it like it's a regular beer, in that we make our mash, we create our, turn our starches into sugars, we bring all our liquid over to our kettle, where usually at that point we would boil it, add hops, bring it to fermenters, ferment it, it becomes a beer. What we do is we stop it at the kettle, we bring it up to a certain temperature, and we hold it there for a couple of days, and we inoculate it with a bacteria that we've grown ourselves from previous sour batches.
You are Bengali.
Yeah. So you hold it, you hold it there, and then once it's sour, then you boil it, and you do the process again. And we add fruit at around day 3 or 4, so the fruit ferments out with the beer as it's making, as the wort, when it becomes beer, and then we put it out.
But you see, when you like take a sip, before you swallow, when it comes into your mouth, the first thing is basically you feel salty. When you swallow, then the acidity comes.
Yes.
So that's for me very interesting.
Great.
And it's like, I've always said, sour beer is like people when they're born don't like eating olives. Maybe you did in Korčula. But people don't like olives, and you learn to like olives, and then you can't get enough of them. And sour beers are the same. It's an acquired taste. You have to, your palate develops towards it, because it isn't
like
something...
turtles or asparagus or portillo. What's the name of portillo?
Leeks. Poor Luke.
Yeah, plus look at this. It's like 6.9. And when you drink it, No,
just kill that cell phone.
Fucking.
And bring some krvavica here.
Exactly.
So number 3, the fourth one.
The fourth beer.
Yes.
So we can go with. Oh, you want to take? Keep on going. Keep on going.
It's not easy to drink your beers.
It's not easy to drink all the time. Let's go with this one. It's passion fruit, pineapple, and lime. So this is more, again, another Imperial Florida device, but this one will hopefully kind of show you what the more summertime schedule looks like. Although this was released this month as well.
Wow.
But we thought, we thought we'd make one which is our classic one, then the rhubarb ones, I was trying to play with Christmas a little bit.
So I would ask Petra Jelinic and the other slastičars in Croatia, this guy just takes your job around, because he takes all the ingredients good cakes and put it in beer.
I mean, you're pretty close to the mark there. A lot of our beer research is Googling desserts.
Yeah.
We see desserts at work, we see cocktails at work, flavor combinations at work. The flavor, what's it called, the flavor thesaurus, flavor Bible?
Yeah.
That's just, we use that. You know, of course, you know, we look and see, okay, well, how can we, what will match well with this, what will pair well with
I
that.
use that book to look smart when I cook.
Exactly, right? That's why, you know.
Flavor pals. Oh, wow. How did you come up with that?
Yeah.
Came to me in my dream.
So, I just dreamed and, oh wow, I got it.
Yeah.
So I always say, yeah, the flower devices are usually found from Googling cocktails, and our sour beers are usually found from Googling starters.
Oh, passion fruit, right from the start.
Wow, and, a little bit pineapple, but not too much.
Yeah.
It could be so aggressive.
Pineapple can be really difficult, especially in our beers as well, we find.
What is the most pervert thing that you put in your beer?
Speak so many things.
We still have that one guy missing who was working here.
Really? Oh my God, that smell. This is when I woke up in Cambodia one day in a wood, and that was it. You know, a lot of sounds and voices from jungle, and something sweet, but with a lot of moisture in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
That's it.
Well, beautiful, beautiful.
I'm trying to think. I think one time we tried to smoke our mash while we were making it. So we put barbecues inside the brew house, and we tried to smoke it with rosemary on top. To try and get the flavor of rosemary smoke into the beer, and it kind of worked.
Do I need a rosemary in beer?
It was very subtle.
Really?
It was a bit earthy. Yeah, it worked.
You have to know about Porterhouse in Dublin,
Yeah.
and there they have a specialty, a chocolate porter. It was at 2005-6. I was so young, and it was something so special, so new to me. But they have oyster stout.
Yes.
What's the meaning of oyster stout?
So oyster stouts can be made using the shells of oysters in the mash.
Shells.
Yeah, the oyster shells. Yeah.
Ah.
So you get that kind of briny kind of salinity. Briny salinity from the stout. Yeah, they can be quite nice. They're quite difficult to kind of work with, but that is something which is on our list of things to play with.
But you have to try something, some Dalmatian shells.
That's the idea. Yeah, exactly.
Dagnja stout, or maybe
Brbavica.
Can you pronounce Brbavica?
Ribafish.
Okay, let's try Canastrelle.
Canastrelle.
Canastrelle. Oh,
Canastrelle.
Wow. So this could be whole plate of Croatian Adriatic shells in a beer.
Yeah.
So I tried it, and I had the last 10 euros, and I came to Porterhouse, and I said, I know I have to try Porterhouse this stout, but oyster stout. Oh, it can't be. Give me one oyster stout, give me one porter stout. Okay. And the guy, the waitress, just smiled at me. Oh my God. It is an oyster, but what is she doing in my beer? So it's disgusting. And he says, yes, everybody order it and pay £5 and say it's awful, but we are living of it. Oh, fuck. And then I tried the other one, stout with chocolate, and it was beautiful. And but I just remember that story. Okay, we have to make something that everybody wants to come here and to make surprise. When you
can make nice ones. I've had some nice ones from
Really?
a couple of English breweries that are also coastal ones. I think it's called Whitstable Bay, I think. Made a really nice one.
But he's from Ejimri. He saw the sea when he was 17, I think.
Yeah.
And can you imagine this? To drink beer with...
I'm imagining Mesto Stiglice stout.
I'm going home.
You shouldn't put us together. Yeah.
Oh, wow! Do you know what is Mesto Stiglice?
I mean, I know the first word. Go on.
Tibuica is something that even Croatians don't know what it is. So
So where our old people they have no money, and there was no refrigerators. And if you want to put meat to survive till the summer, you put it in a grease.
Yes.
And when you're hungry, just put it out, and it has so conservative.
you have to basically meso Tibuica is specific because you have to brine it,
Mm-hmm.
you have to dry it, you have to cook it and bake it, and then it goes into the grease.
Seems excessive.
Yeah, but in those days you had to be 100% sure that it wouldn't spoil.
Yeah.
So it was like, what else could we do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hit it. Yeah.
But imagine this with a nice, fresh, raw Kvarner scampi.
Oh.
I'd say not bad.
Yes, because with scampi or this kozice, whatever.
Yeah,
Uh,
langoustine.
Yeah,
like
prawns.
Yeah.
Teo Ivanišević, one of my favorite cooks from Croatia, he used to put citrus species like mandarina.
Yeah, because you have to balance out the sweetness of the langoustine.
Yes.
So there you have it. You know, maybe just a few drops of a nice bitter olive oil, some fleur de sel, and a nice dry acidic sour, and there you go.
There you go.
And fermented, not onion, but češnjak is
Garlic.
Black garlic.
yes,
Yeah.
black garlic.
Black garlic.
Black
Yeah,
garlic.
nice
yes.
fermented. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Which is also a bit sweet.
Yes. It's very interesting.
I have to write this shit down.
You're right. Yeah, it's all on camera. Yeah.
It's on mine.
Yeah.
Okay, the next
All
one.
right, next one. Okay, let's go dark for a little bit. Again, let's go with this is the vanilla orange cardamom panna cotta stout. Again, this is us trying to bring a little bit of Christmas into what we're doing.
You need the bigger cans for all of those ingredients.
Yeah, I know. This is instead making new beers is hard.
How people can order this? Give me number 75.
Essentially, yeah.
So I used to talk with some people on Facebook last days, and in private message, some guys tell me that garden beers, sours, and white beers are correct, but black or black beef, dark beers,
Yeah.
are the best, are the most. What is your secret, Tomohara?
Well, we've been working really hard on these for the last couple of years, and I mean, essentially we just Google desserts and then make them.
This is Jaffa cake.
You know?
People,
Yeah.
people, this is Jaffa cake for rich people. This is not, what was the name? Tops or some other Jaffa cakes from when we were young, but
Yeah.
this is,
Proper.
oh, this is not so strong.
This is it's only 8.8, so it's fine.
8.8.
8.8, yeah. But this is we got some dried orange peel from Italy, and then we put some proper vanilla pods, Madagascar vanilla in there, and then some raw cacao nibs as well. That they sit on conditioning within the cacao nibs as well. And yeah, this is kind of for us, this is kind of how do we do a Christmas dessert that'll
This is a dessert on its own.
yeah, it'll be different from the rest of our range, which is generally desserts.
Mm.
How do we kind of step away from that for Christmas and create something a bit more special?
We ate everything because we are drunk in December, so we don't care. There are some chocolate biscuits,
Mm-hmm.
and I think this is something to drink with. but panettone maybe, because it always has some candied fruits on top.
Yeah. This one is tough because it's a dessert on its own.
Yeah.
You know, basically,
This one is quite
Yeah.
complex, so you kind of wonder. I'm not sure how you
Yeah.
match that with anything else because it's.
you can just have it as a dessert.
Yes.
Yeah.
With životinjsko carstvo or kroarmi. Just kidding. Wow.
If we were in England, I would say sticky toffee pudding, maybe.
Yep. I mean,
You know,
we have that here. Let's check. That's banoffee. Yeah,
Really?
that's banoffee. That's kind of bananas and toffee.
Let's try,
it
this
next.
after this.
Yeah,
Can we try this one?
we can try it.
next?
Yeah, alongside. Yeah, of course.
Ma.
mm,
So, what do you suggest? To drink a lot of water with your beers, or to eat during you during you drink, or what is the help for the next day? We are eating some speck and cheese because I promised Tom to make some krvavice and fileki, but I failed, so I'm so sorry. But this is not so bad. So, and
This is really
Palfi
good cheese.
Just think that we're talking about him, and so if you ever think that Tomislav or Velebitsko Tamno is the beer that is great, that has a sense that means that you touch the ground, no, not the ground, but the
Sky?
sky. If you touch the sky, and that you know what is dark beer, you are totally wrong, completely wrong. Please, if you like Tomislav when it was in 80s and maybe start of 90s, this is different beer. This is black porter. This is so fizzy and so strong, so powerful. This is not dark beer like this. This is beautiful. This is, as Palfi said, this is dessert. This is really a cake. Beautiful.
I mean, that's what's fantastic about beer in a sense, is that there's so much variation to it, and for so long, I mean, not just in Croatia but across the whole world, where I grew up, it was all Guinness or lager, and that was it. You know, and now we can do whatever we want. I mean, I think this tasting shows, you know, there's nothing that's beyond the realms. We can do that greasy meat stout if you
try
want.
it with a bit of black
Oh.
pudding croquette.
Oh, super.
Oh, black pudding. Bam, bam. What did you say? What is this? Krvavica with... wow, palačinka od krvavice.
So these are basically black pudding croquettes done over some nice sauteed sour cabbage. So instead of having like a plate where you do restani and krvavice, we just build that into a nice croquette and fry it. So emotional. And then a bit of horseradish mayo and some apple sauce, you know, just to balance out the acidity.
He's playing with the Croatian traditional food. This is not good for you, my friend. Somebody will... Ti se zabavaš sa našim kislim kupusom i krvavicom, a?
Yeah, but come on.
Hey, and it works really well with the beer too.
Yeah.
Comes together really good.
Yeah, because the blood sausage basically also has Christmas spices, you
Yep.
know. It's very, you know, cinnamon, cloves, stuff like that.
Do you use allspice in it as well?
Allspice, of
Allspice, yeah,
course.
'cause that's how you make Irish black
Yep.
pudding as well.
Yeah.
I just made some in Slavonia the other day.
Okay, so we got a guy who came here 5 or 6 years ago, and now the world that he remember is Kolinje.
Yeah.
What are we doing for Kolinje?
We were making, well, this year I bought my own pig. So we made some Irish bacon, which is, well, it's currently being made. We have Irish bacon, which is the back piece. So we use that. We will, you know, salt it for a couple of days, for about maybe 5-6 days, wash it off, hang it up for 2-3 days in the smoker, hang it away for another 3-4 days, and then you're done. And then what we do is then we slice it into kind of very, very thin bits, and we'll fry it, put it into a sandwich. I'll bring some down when it's done. It's the first time I made it here.
I know where we live, where we work.
Yeah.
Irish BLT.
I will take
Yes.
this piece of beer to my cameraman because he
looks thirsty.
looks
thirsty.
cold.
Yeah.
We'll just do it a bit more.
Do you have some kind of law that did you register this? This is something great, and nobody knows about this. You're the first one who makes this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm the first one, but basically when I do food like this, I just think about what I like to eat. For me, blood pudding, potatoes, and sour cabbage are, I would say, top 3 of my favorite food. And then I just think, okay, how can I bring that to the streets so that you can eat it,
Yes.
you know,
When
as a street food, you know? Well, because when you eat it traditional, you have to sit down, you have to, you know, have a fork and a knife and everything.
Have soup first.
Yeah, and all. And then I'm like, okay, so how would I like this, you know? And basically it's the same, plus the addition, one other thing that always bothers me with krvavica is it's actually something that's very hard to do because you want that crispy skin, but if you go for the crispy skin, it's usually overcooked, you know? And then if you go for the nice juicy interior, then the skin can be chewy. And then I was like, okay, fry it up, you know? It's crispy and it's and still soft
Yep.
inside, so that's my.
And it's not pasteta inside, yes?
No.
Yeah. And
That's basically-
everything tastes better fried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, because the potato has a lot of starch, when I do the mix, I don't need to add eggs, I don't need to add flour, I don't need to add anything. So it's just potatoes, fried onions, blood sausage filling. That's it.
I like this guy. Did you drink it?
Not yet.
Okay, let's go on.
Yeah.
I have a bit of the. I like this.
It's really good, man.
Wow, so the next one?
Next one is the banoffee. 1 second. Let's take you can cut this out.
Don't stop the Irish guy
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah, you know, and plus,
Mm.
how do I say? You have the blood sausage taste, but for some people it can be overwhelming. When you do it in a form of croquette, it kind of mellow out a little bit, you know.
Apologize 1 second. This is Senad. Senad is.
Ciao, hi, ciao, Senad.
Ciao,
Senad.
Hey, Senad. Hey, look.
Fisherman.
Hey.
Like you enter at the football match. You know?
He's BBB. Oh.
We talk too much, so we have to drink. We have to drink.
Okay.
So please, please.
All right, let's go.
Wait, wait.
Croquette.
Da.
A,
To je sir u stvari iz Kutine, sir sa lukom.
Ovo,
Da, je zgodno.
jako fino.
Dobro.
Paprike i nešto unutra bi... Nije, super mi, evo uvijek, sve su vam skutine.
Iz Kutine, da, nisam znao. Ali ljudi stvarno fino rade. A špek ne znam čije, mislim da je iz Slavonije.
vrlo dobro.
This is not a paid oglas, this is
Yeah.
just people who enter and says that this is great. You paid him coffee.
Yeah. He pays us. Right.
Basically, rope.
I work the Imperial Banoffee Pie stouts. This is more in one of our kind of classic dark beers that we make maybe 2 or 3 times throughout the year.
I almost drink your beer. Sorry, this.
This water mix. I've got your glass here. Don't worry.
Yes, that's why I almost stole him. So
this is kind of, so we make this beer, again, 2 or 3 times a year. It's one of the kind of dark beers that has kind of proved really successful, which kind of falls in with our other salted caramel, vanilla. We have the Imperial Banoffee, we've got hazelnut toffee. It's kind of our dessert stout range. So, and the idea is that, you know, what we try and do in the brewery is we don't name our beers anything. We kind of say what it is. So the idea is always can we make it say what's on the tin? So we got banoffee pies, which should be a banana and toffee pie.
Straight up.
Yeah.
How do we call banoffee pie in Croatian? Do we have a name?
Banana ni toffee.
Oh,
Banana bread, nije banana bread, but banana.
Ne.
a banoffee would be,
Yeah.
you've got like a biscuit base, and then you have like a sticky toffee with bananas. It's kind of mixed. It's almost like, it would almost look like a cheesecake, but it's bananas and toffee. No cheese.
Yeah.
Cheesecake without cheese, yes.
It's cheesecake with no cheese, obviously.
But it has like a freshness to it. It's almost.
It has, I don't know. If I'm a squirrel, I would make love with this. Well,
Doesn't make any sense.
no, so many nuts and.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
It's nut free as well, so for anyone with nut allergies, it's good to go. Yeah. But like the toffee comes through really well in this. This is the first time I've actually tried this batch. The toffee's coming through really nicely. Bananas on the nose.
Bananas on the nose are, like, spot on.
Yeah. Because you don't want to do overkill on banana.
I like this because it does have, like a bitterness at the end, but it kind of invites you to have another sip. So it's very drinkable.
That's different between this orange one, the last one. It is more bitter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
Definitely. But for me, it makes it more drinkable.
The idea for the other one was, because it was orange cardamom panna cotta, was to make it that sweetness that you get from panna cotta. So you want that kind of moreish sweetness from it, where this is more bitter. This is more like, it's the beer
Yeah,
that tastes like a banoffee pie.
yeah.
This one is a sweet and this is a beer.
But in terms of like, I'm not sure if you can match anything with it. What do you think?
Huh. But I think he was on the right track when he said banana bread.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
This one before was more boys beer, and this one is girlish. This one is.
You
if
think?
What does that mean?
I would say different.
But what is boys beer and what is girls beer? In your
Girls
opinion?
beer is with lots of sugar, not taste, and a lot of sugar, but sugar in the head.
Okay.
So this one is sugary for me. So at the smell, at all those toffees and Nutella smell, it's marvelous, and there is surprise at the end, because when I smell it, I would think that it's all the sugar of the world. A happy squirrel. Yes, that's for me. That's just for me. And there is surprise at the end. So I don't know, but I said it wrong, because I'm the citrus guy. I'm lemon, orange, and so.
Kind of like bitter, kind of citrus fruits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This bitterness is maybe boyish, more boyish. Yes. But smell of this, I think all the girls in the world will say, "I'm in love. I'm in love." And when it is in the mouth, this is so sweet, so great, and this is that surprise at the end of bitterness.
No, of course.
But I like it. I like
Yeah.
it so much. So I don't know. There are so many girls that started to be beer lovers in these days, and this is a problem in Croatia, because girls are rakia lovers today. Rakia, liquor, and gin tonics, and your mission is to make them to love.
I think,
We make them convert.
I'm not sure how much work we have to do there. We've been kind of, in this location, hopefully it will happen in our new place too, but like it's been almost 50-50, and like I think when you make a range of beers like this, I mean, I don't prescribe to the idea that there are girls beers and boys beers in that kind of sense, because people come in and they will drink. I will have, the biggest guy will come in and order a Florida Vice, which
Really?
is, raspberry and vanilla,
Show me.
whatever it is, right? And then, so it's just kind of like, people think they don't like beer because they've been told they don't like beer because of whatever marketing campaigns or just the lack of general difference in beer. I mean, there's no way that you can put this lineup in front of everyone in Croatia and say you must like one of them.
But this is the way just to learn them how to know something new. I think 80% of Croatian people will say this and don't give me everything else because I want to try white one and dark.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. But then I think that's what we do, and that's what we're kind of continue to do and will continue to do in Croatia. Is we're always going to make new stuff, and we're always going to kind of be like, okay, what about this? You like that? Then try this. Okay, try this. I didn't like hoppy beers when I first tried it. I grew up on Guinness. You gave me hops, I was like, what is this? Is it bitter? It's this. Like, what is this stuff? Give me a week and I'll be in there. But yeah.
What's the number? 150 beers in.
For us,
yes.
I think we're at 180 now. I mean, it's not something that we I don't want to advertise it that much because I'm not sure how good a thing that is. We try a lot of good stuff. We try to do a lot of things.
Okay, let's start. We are near the end.
We're near the end. We're near the
Yes.
end. I've got 2 more to go.
Okay.
So we're going to move away from the dark stuff again.
Okay.
And we're going to try...
I'll just run to the bathroom.
Yes.
Go! Wow. So, how many of workers, staff, everything is here?
Workers as in employees.
Yes.
We have a team of around 20 full-timers and then a bunch of students as well. Kind of a good team of students. I'm in the process of hiring 4 more brewers as well.
So if you're a brewer, you like beer and you want to be a part of making this miracle, just call Tom.
Yeah.
I will put some mails and sites at the end of this.
I'd say,
film.
yeah. For the brewing jobs, and then that will close. And then we will be hiring taproom and bar staff in January next year for our new facility.
For new facilities, so this is so I'm so happy that I can't tell when and where it will be, but just follow Ribafish and follow the Garden Brewery, and you will soon know where it will be and when we will make another opening party.
Yes.
It will be, yes.
Yeah. We're gonna open hopefully February 2022. Yeah, February 2022. We're gonna open. We've got some big things planned over the next year, and yeah.
This is
There he is.
first 200 beers.
Yeah.
Styles of beers. Oh my god. So when I started to collect beers in Yugoslavia, there was about 18 breweries. It was 1988. So we came to Novi Sad and we drink all 18 of them. And next year it was about 26, 27. And then came the war, and there was totally stopping of trying new beers. And a few years later, I realized that there is some Belgian beers, there are some Austrian, German beers and Czech beers. We didn't travel so much before, but I love to travel and love to try new tastes, new beers, and I'm so happy that many years later now we got this beautiful stuff right here. And
Okay.
this is what?
So this is the New England Double IPA that we brewed with Mascaron
So
Brewery.
that was so long uvod because I wanted to say that this year's the best beer for me, and this is October, so this was such a long year. I think that is something best that I tried this year. I think it was about 300 different beers this year. So please, Master, tell me.
I mean, for this one, well, we're finishing off our production here, so we thought, who should we do our last collaboration with? And so we make a lot of collaboration beers throughout the year. We work with different brewers from around the world to make different beers. And for this one, the one person that kept on coming up again and again from our brewers was Mascaron Brewery. Mascaron Brewery is a Croatian brewery who is run by a guy called Nico. He is one of the kind of king of home brewing in Croatia. Croatia has such a big homebrewing kind of culture and community, and Nico is kind of the godfather of hops. And so, like we know Nico, so we're like, hey Nico, it's time. Come down, let's make a beer.
It's time.
It's I swear, like I've had my whole brew team every week being like, when are we getting Masker on in? When are we getting Masker on in? So I was like, okay, cool. It's the last collab we'll ever do on this site. Let's bring Nico down and let's do it. And this is what we decided to make with him. We've used some some new hop products from our suppliers. It's no longer just hop pellets or hop leaves. We now use kind of this paste. It's almost like toothpaste, all natural. But you remove all organic material and you just go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's the citra that you can taste in this beer. We thought if we're going to make one with Nico, we're going to make something big and hoppy, that's strong, and you know about it when you drink it. And I think with this, we've made something which is again, I think it says exactly what it is on the tin. It's a big double IPA.
So, Nico is the guy, like in Tarantino movies, when you have no answer, when you don't know what to do, just call Nico and he comes with his hops, and he makes collaborations with this is fourth or fifth.
And maybe the fourth or fifth this year he's had with Croatian breweries. He also makes his own he makes beers down in Makarska as well. He's down there, and he's looking to do some more stuff moving forward. It's quite exciting, so we'll see. Watch this space for Nico. But
So
yeah,
there is a new brewery in Makarska, and there is new brewery in Metkovic that I just wrote today on my Ribafish.com blog. So if you want to know what is new on Croatian brewery and beer scene, just follow this. And this is not a beer. This is a fairy tale. This is a winter tale.
it's like a flavor assault.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, what is the future for beer? What trends will be in next year? Could you tell us right now?
I mean, it's really hard to say. There's so many different things going on. I would say the cold IPA that we tried first, I was skeptical to it whenever I first read about it, and we said to our brew team, actually, we said, okay guys, you have the small vessel, this is the beer we want, go make the beer. They've done a fantastic job. I drink that and I go, this beer actually has potential to really do something, so that'd be great. I mean, I think that there's the big problem that we have now is the kind of the supply chain and the cost of raw materials is going up. And so I'd say a lot of the smaller breweries won't be able to get what they used to get.
So what is people will say, oh my God, it's so expensive, I don't want to pay this. What is, how much prices go high this year? This is about 40%, 30% for
I mean,
hops and...
Personally, we are not planning on raising our prices in any way. We're gonna figure it out, because I don't think that's the right move to make, even when we enter into this kind of weird not post-corona, but whatever climate. We're going, like, the prices of malts we know are going up 20% minimum.
So people, when you have to pay your craft beer, just imagine that everything goes so high that it's not normal.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going for my glass. Just talk something.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, yeah. So, is the time for the last one?
For this one, we said we would do what we got. Italian Pilsner.
Oh,
Wow, this is cleaning time.
it's almost like
We're gonna cleanse palate.
sparkling wine for the end.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Back to roots.
Exactly.
Italian Pilsner. So it sounds like when we were young and when we went to some concerts or football matches in Italy, if we want to drink beer, that was not a good job, because they have this Nastro Azzurro, Birra Moretti that was awful. And at one day, we realized that in Italy there is about 600 craft breweries, 900, 1,000, and then we started to have first craft breweries, and I said to Italian guys, so guys, we came to the Mediterranean area. You were the first who show us what is the great craft beer.
Yeah, whenever I was in London in 2012, I ended up getting into craft beer there. And it was England, Sweden-ish, and Italy. And they were the three big craft beer regions. So the Italians were miles ahead of everyone else, especially this region. So the idea with this one is, so it's kind of like, it's like a, you know, something alongside a German Pilsner, but it's more florally hopped. So we've got a bit of lemon drop hops in there. We have some, we have a bit of dried lemon peel in the foil as well. The idea is kind of, it's a light, kind of crisp, just not as robust as what our regular Pilsner would be. It's just supposed to be, yeah, a total clean kind of palate, kind of, you know, crispy goodness.
Perfect for Odojak.
Odojak, cevapi.
Yes.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes.
Every
It cuts
day
through all
yes.
fats.
Barbecue.
It's
Barbecue,
every day,
yes.
exactly, yeah. It's kind
But like classic, non-smoked, classic Croatian barbecue. Cevapi, vratina, kotleti.
Yes, nothing pretentiozno, preservative. But yes, with pizza, with everything, with
This is what the Americans call a lawnmower beer.
Yeah.
The beer you can drink when you're cutting the grass. You know, it's perfect, you know? Yeah.
marvelous. So, people, thanks for following this and listening to my English. Tom O'Hara, the Garden Brewery, Marco Palfi, marcopalfi.com. We are here for today, and next month, whole December till 24th of December, you can come here to Žitnjak and see the Winter Tale. We just silent the music because of making this movie, but when we go out, thousands of people will just come here and enjoy this place. Wafli, krvavice, kobaje, everything here is by Marco Palfi, and 14 beers by Tom O'Hara. Just come here and enjoy the winter in Croatia. People, thanks a lot. Do you have something to say for the end?
No, cheers.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, just, yeah, come on down for the last month of the garden before we go on to our new place.
Oh my God, that's no.
This is it.
Just something for the end. No,
After
this is not
5
good for the
years,
end. No,
it's
no.
over. This is it.
Come on.
We're saying goodbye
Oh.
to here.
To here.
To here.
To here. Okay.
Yeah.
Goodbye to all the garden. Welcome to the new Garden Brewery by Ribafish.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.